Preparing a live stream. I don't even know what the hell is going on right now, honestly. Are we live or what? Let's see. That should be done. And then is this saying that we are? Yeah, it says we're live streaming, so that's cool. All right, I guess that's fine. But are we? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know why that other thing said what am I talking about? Private video, but we are live now. So yeah, let's see what we are working on today. It's weird. A lot of things are kind of acting strange right now. One, my triple pedal is not working. I wonder if I had the pedal pressed as we were loading up. Let's see. There we go. Must be the case. All right, and then what do we want to do here? Okay, let's come out of here. Having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl. Watch that name. You can dance, you can drive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that something, singing and dancing. So we can go right there. So. Such a dope chord progression. Love that so much. Princess,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Good, good. I'm doing well.
Good. Your voice is better?
It is definitely better from last week. You said my voice, or that's what you said, right?
Voice, yeah. I don't know if you were sick or getting sick, but I know your voice was going out.
Gotcha. Yes, yes, yes. So the voice is definitely better. Still some residual going on, but I think we're heading in the right direction, which is good. And I appreciate you asking for
Yeah,
sure.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So as usual, we got what? A few got yeah, about 5 minutes before we start the actual lesson. So let's do like some warm up, like we usually do. Yeah, let's start with me just giving you some chords and you play them for me. Okay?
Okay, hold on. Let me get this
Sure,
situated.
sure. Let me know when you're all set. No, no worries. So, are you upgrading your phone? Are you getting one of the new ones, or what are your thoughts on the iPhone 15?
Uh, yes, I am going to upgrade because I've been waiting on the USB Type C.
Yes.
So,
Preach. Preach. Yeah.
yes, so I will definitely be getting the new blue one, the titanium.
Okay.
They was
Pro.
like, yeah, the Pro Max.
Pro Mac. Big. Okay. Do you have a? Are you used to like? Do you usually use the bigger size phones?
Yeah, I'm used to the big phones anyway because
Yeah.
I'm still an Android person too because I have an Android as well. I
Okay. Gotcha.
have the S22 Ultra.
Okay.
And so I've always been a Samsung person with the big phones when they first
Yeah.
came out. I was like,
Yeah.
gotta have it.
Got to like the
Because I
note.
didn't, yeah, the Note phones, when the Note phones first came out,
All
I
over
was
them. Yeah.
on it because
Those were
I was
everything.
like, I could not, I wouldn't text nobody. I was like, don't text me because
Yeah.
you had to go by the numbers. And I'm like, man, I ain't doing all that.
Got you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
leave me a voicemail or call me. I'm not texting.
Got it. No need for that. Yep. I
Mm-mm.
got you.
And
I
so,
used to work at Verizon. I don't know if you know that about me in my previous life
mhm,
in corporate. And one of the sort of let's see perks. It wasn't part of my job, but it was like this other additional group I was a part of was we were able to volunteer to be device testers. And I was able to do a good job with that and get to the point where like every new Android that was coming out at the time, I would always get, and that was always like a monumental, time, right? Like before it's out to the public, we would get these top secret devices that we can't show anyone, and like it
right.
was like it was such a blast. And I remember when I was deciding to leave, when I became a middle school teacher, that was like one thing. I'm like, damn. I'm like, can I? I was like, can I go? In this new world now, not being able to get a new phone every few months or whatever the case. I like really thought about that for quite a while, but fast forward, like I'm still here. I'm still good, but I do think about it sometime for sure.
Yeah, the only reason I have an iPhone the only reason why I am an Apple person right now is because of my family.
Oh,
When I started doing videos and vlogging and stuff, they're the ones who bought me all my equipment, my
gotcha.
cameras. I have the Sony cameras. I have like right now I got maybe about three, maybe four different types of cameras now. but and
Okay.
but I use them, but I use my phone more. And
Yeah.
they got me they got me the iPhone, then they got me the computer, and
Hmm.
it took me literally 6 months to open up the box because
Oh
I'm
wow.
like
Like
because
a MacBook, I'm assuming.
yeah, a MacBook Pro. It's the
Mm-hmm.
2000, I think it's 2015 or something like
Hmm.
that. It
Hmm.
still works. And
Yeah.
I'm used to the other type of computers,
Windows, right?
the Windows computer.
Sure, sure.
And I'm like, mm-mm. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
open it. I didn't open up the box for about 6 months. And then they got me the iPad.
Yeah.
So now I had an iPad, I had the iPhone. It took me a while to connect the iPhone too, because I just had the iPhone and I didn't connect it or anything.
Yeah.
And then one time me and my husband got stuck. We was at this place and our phones, we was with Sprint,
Yeah.
and we didn't have no signal at all. We had to wait until the place opened up. We had to use their phone
Mm.
to call, and I'm like, you know what? I can't go through this no more.
That's
So
not
I
it.
ended up putting this on the service, and I got Verizon. So now I have the Sprint phone, which is not Sprint anymore, and then I have
Uh-huh.
the Verizon service.
Okay.
So I put the
One.
Apple phone on the Verizon service, and
Okay.
so that's what got me to
To get
use
what version
it because I wasn't using it
at all?
at
Because
all.
the service, because Verizon service is so much obviously better than any. I mean, not obviously. I think that's true, right? Verizon
Yeah,
service.
well, but when I finally connected it to a service, Verizon service, they pretty much get around everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So where Sprint, if you're not in that circle where it is that you don't have no
You're not
service, no
yeah,
cell
yeah,
towers, no nothing. It ain't pinging off of nothing. And
nothing.
so
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
we experienced. And I said, okay. So I asked him. I said, you think I should go ahead and connect this to the iPhone to a service? He said, yeah,
Hmm.
go ahead,
Hmm.
because we're
Do
not
it.
going. I said, we're not doing this no more.
So
So
which iPhone do you have currently that you're upgrading from?
the 13.
Oh, okay. So I have the 12 Pro, so I'm yeah a year behind you, and for the same reason. So I'm actually in conversation with some companies about partnering and leveraging. Has a new phone coming out, the Google Pixel Pro and Google Pixel 8 that are coming out next month, and I'm intrigued by that. There's an opportunity for me to get one of those and create content, whether it be what are like whether LumaFusion is one company and then a music production app that has Android and iOS. So I'm having some conversations. So if I'm able to get my hands on that through the stuff that I do, I could see
Mm-hmm.
myself switching over for some period of time to an Android, I think, and just kind of experiencing that because I'm big on Apple, I guess you could say, because I do the iPad stuff, but like you just described, like I am much more still a I'm much more comfortable in on a Windows, laptop. So I have my Windows laptop that I like. That's where I get work done. Like YouTube, updating my YouTube video, text, and all this stuff. I'm like so fast at the commands and everything there. And I tried a MacBook Air, bought it from Costco because I knew, in case it just didn't jive with me. And not understandably, like I feel like I didn't give it a full on like let me give it a few months to really learn it, but it was just not it was hard for me to kind of switch back over. So I'm kind of all over the place. I have a Mac Studio back here that I do like chord master keys stuff and do some music production on Ableton. But I was just in the mall today with my wife and sister-in-law and Kayla, and I was like, let me pop in the Apple store real quick. So I actually, for the first time, held one of the 15s, which was cool, and the Pros. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I could if the um, Pixel thing falls through, then I'm definitely going to go ahead and upgrade my 12 because I think that just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it took me, like I said, it took me a while to navigate the Apple stuff. And then
Yeah.
one year I went home, and my nephew was like, bring your computer and stuff too. I'm like, okay. So then when he
Mm.
seen I hadn't opened, he said, Auntie, you have you haven't
Six
even opened
months,
up the
not even
box.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, I didn't know. And then at that point, that's when they showed me how to airdrop.
Oh yeah, which is
I
big.
was blown away. I was like, "Oh my God!" Which
Yeah.
when I was on my HP and trying to do it with my Android phone to the HP, I was like, "It's not, it's
Dropbox or
it's
Google
none
Drive.
of
Yeah.
that." It's like it was like,
That's a big deal. AirDrop is
yeah.
a big deal, indeed, for
And
sure.
when he showed me the AirDrop, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm done." He said, "See how much?" Because I used to make fun of them. I used to say, "Oh, apples for dummies." Da 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 da. I used to always do it. I used to
Mhm.
always say that. Oh, you dummies, because you guys Apple. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
And they were like, okay, okay, and they did it as a joke, sending me the phone and sending me the
Oh
computer.
wow,
It was like,
wow.
now
That's, that's an expensive joke.
since you're a YouTuber and you're gonna be doing vlogs and stuff, you have to do the vlogs on this. I'm like,
Hmm.
do it on
Right.
what?
Yeah, says who? Why do I
It,
why do I have to? Who says I have to?
Right. And so, but when they showed me, I was done. I was like, okay, I'm hooked right now,
Oh,
because it's so much easier to just airdrop everything. Pew pew, and
oh
it
my
goes just so
goodness.
fast. Pew, pew. I'm like,
It's
wow.
really it's quite
It's,
remarkable. I mean, it really is. I mean, I think that their level of innovation from year to year, and I guess this is across the board with maybe most phones, even like Pixels, for example, and maybe even Samsung, I guess. Like it's kind of very much incremental. So for me and you, like you're upgrading 2 years worth, I guess upgrading 3 years worth. Like it's a good time. If I had a 14 or something now, even though like you just said, like having USB-C, there's so many things. There's like a lot of different things that like is extreme. Like I've been waiting for this, you know what I'm saying? So
yes, that's
if,
what
if
I've been
everything
waiting
else on
for.
the phone was the same, like having USB-C, it unlocks a lot of different things for me.
Hmm.
I might be getting my hands on that TE. Have you seen the TE microphone? The one that they you haven't. So I don't even think it's available to purchase yet, but they've unveiled it maybe sometime in June or something a few months ago. But that's I could see myself like just kind of simplifying the workflow of making content. So imagine having like this is kind of how I'm thinking of it, like the 15 Pro Max with USB-C on it, and either the Tula mic, which I know you have, and the
Hmm.
Tula mic is absolutely incredible, and the Tula mic will work with USB-C, but won't work with Lightning. In case you've tried that or checked that, so
Yeah,
that's like
it won't.
that's one thing, right? Like just being there's like like in your case, right? You have the Tula, so you have the new phone, and either connecting it and being like, hey, I'm shooting like a video. You have like super high quality video because the phones are, as you already know, you have your microphone that's getting audio directly right away, but then you have that cable. Maybe you don't want the cable in the video or whatever. So then your other option, of course, is like, but I've done this on one video. I'm reminding myself I want to do this a little bit more. Is just your phone, mini tripod, whatever, outside somewhere or whatever, and just having the Tula and just having it. I had like the dead cat thing on it because I was outside, a little wind, and just talking into it. And of course, it's a recorder. And then you can do that right now as well. But in order to get the files onto Apple, I think it's cumbersome. I don't know if you can even plug in. I don't think you can even plug in the Lightning to USB-C to even get the files off. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's just going to open up a lot of different, options for us creators, which is
Oh
which is
yeah,
very exciting.
most definitely. So,
Yep.
it comes in next month. So, and I did get the watch as well, the 9 watch.
Okay.
I had a 5,
Okay.
and
So
I
that's
said,
great.
I said, 9, that's good. I said I can do like this, and answer the call. I said that's right there was now if they didn't introduce that thing right there, I wouldn't have got it.
Fundamental. Yeah, yeah. They
But when
showed
they
that.
said you just do this,
Yeah.
because I'm always doing this or pressing the button and
Absolutely. Yeah.
answering. I was like, oh, I said, oh, okay, I'm done on that. I'm getting it.
So I've never had a watch yet. I personally am, intrigued by it. I think it's definitely cool and stuff. But I was like, if I get one, will it be something that's gonna make my life better? And I don't know the answer to it. I know a lot of people love their watch, and obviously now I have to take the phone out the pocket and all that kind of stuff. So for me personally, I don't know even know how this would work, but if or when they come out with a feature on the watch that I would personally be like, oh, okay, I need that in my life. Like, again, I don't know like how cumbersome it would be to be having a camera is a thing I'm kind of trying to say right now. But yes, being able to record and take pictures, like record things on there, maybe that's not even logical. Maybe they'll never do that.
Well,
Who's gonna?
uh, well, here's the thing. As a camera, the only watch that used to have a camera on it was the
Hmm.
Samsung watch.
Oh, so
Its
they did have one.
first, yeah, its first watch had a camera.
Hmm.
The watches now don't, but I still have the first Samsung watch that had a camera on it.
Wow. And it
I
was
still have
literally
that.
just holding it up
It
to like
no,
record.
no, it had a okay. Like if the watch is on your hand right here, it had the camera right here.
So where you're whole like facing.
So you can just hold your hand or just be like this or something like that, and if you
Uh-huh.
if you want to be recording somebody, you can record somebody. They won't even know
See,
because
that's
you
what
just
I
having
need.
your that's
I
you
need
been
that
having it
under
right here.
I
And
need that
so
undercover
yeah,
discreet
it's like a
recording.
discreet undercover. I mean, it was like some serious I Spy gadget thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
and I got that. I still have it, and I was like, dang. And they stopped making. I said, why they stop making the thing with the camera on
Yeah.
it?
So
But
that's okay. So knowing that a company did that, now maybe there's privacy things associated with it. Like I'm not exactly sure, but obviously you have things like the X360, which are tiny and even more discreet than
hmm
a watch would even be. So it's not like that technology doesn't exist. But for me, that's something that I would be interested in being able to capture moments without taking my phone out. Like that would be incredible.
that was
Um,
awesome. That was an awesome
I'm
watch.
sure.
I
I'm
was like, I
sure.
love that watch. I was like,
All
that
right.
watch.
So we're gonna.
If it still was able to operate with the Samsung phone,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would still be using that
You've been
watch.
rocking with that still. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. All right, we're gonna dive in. So I'm going to let's see. Let me actually move this out. Yeah, okay. So let's get a screen share going. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be working on, and then I'm gonna play it, and then we'll kind of go through it and fill in that a chord master list. So let's go to screen share first,
Mhm.
and let's see. So we're going to four score, and so this is the song we're going to be looking at today, "Dancing Queen" by ABBA, an oldie. And
Dancing Queen.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly, exactly. So as you can see, do me a favor actually, before we even start, I want you to read these chords for me, starting with the E at the top left. Do you see that E?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, read the chords to the best of your ability. Just that one, and then continue on.
Let's see. E, and
Hmm.
you have what is that? A C. Uh, is that C sharp seven?
Good. I feel like we're at an eye doctor. Like, read this to the best of your ability. Which is better, one or two?
I know, right? F sharp. Major? No, minor.
Minor. Minor, lowercase. Yep.
F sharp minor, and mm, I don't know what that B7 slash D sharp.
So yep. So that's a B7. Good. And that slash will say over, meaning what comes
Over.
after that is the note that you play in the bass,
Oh, okay.
which is a oh. So that's over D sharp. Good. Next.
And a D.
Good. D what?
I want to say natural because ain't nothing on it.
So just like the
Regular.
yeah, the D regular. Hey, go ahead, play me that D regular chord. I mean, yeah, kind of, right? D is going to be a D major. So
Okay.
when you see a capital letter like that,
Uh
it means
huh.
major.
Okay. D major
Yep.
and B minor seven
Good.
and E7 over B
Good.
major.
Over B because it's just the note.
Over B. Okay. Over
Yep.
B.
Good.
And, oh, you got
And
more.
then just
A.
last one. Just that last one. A what?
Uh, a uh, minor. No, major.
Major, capital, right?
Capital.
Good.
Major. Then
That's it for
D.
now. These next
Oh,
ones, don't even worry
okay.
about yet. We're gonna go just up to that A. So dig in the dancing queen, and then the other part is we'll talk about that after. So I'm gonna play the chords. I'm gonna keep this up and play the chords so you can kind of get a feel. So it's I'll even kind of sing a little bit, right? So you can dance. You can jive, having the time of
Of
your
your life.
life. Actually, life.
Life.
Ooh, see
See
that
that
girl,
girl.
watch
Watch
that
that
scene,
scene.
digging
Digging the
the
gangster lean.
queen. Last one, yeah. So that's what it is. We got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 chords that we're gonna work on today, and we're gonna update that sheet. So let me see the best way to do this. Let's think. Actually, yeah, okay. So we seen the chords here. So let's see. We're gonna actually we could just kind of go back and forth to sheets here. So we're gonna enter these chords into this document as we're doing them, which I think do I have one here? Yeah, somewhere, right? Okay, so we're gonna go here. And so the first, let's zoom out a bit. Yeah, there we go. So the first chord that we're playing is indeed
E.
a what? E,
E major.
E major. And so we're going to type that in as I think we just do E capital E M A J. I'm just looking at where else we have just yeah, E major is another one on C4, right? So let's go E. Also, this has to get out there. Okay. So we're going to go E and then capital M A J. So it's E major is the first chord. So, and then it goes to this C sharp dominant 7. So E major was in root position. C sharp dominant 7 also is in root position. Henceforth, we're not doing any of those I's or anything. We don't need that. So this one here is C. I think the first time doing a sharp. Oh no, we definitely done sharp. C sharp 7, just like that. So E major, C sharp 7. Now our first inversion. This is F sharp minor, right? F sharp minor, but it's in second inversion. So we're gonna do F sharp minor, and then I. So let's do one more chord, and then I'm gonna stop sharing, and then we're gonna kind of talk through these together. So F sharp minor. So again, this, that, having the time of your. Now this last one here for now, for the first 4, is a B dominant 7 root, another root chord. So this is just a B7. So let's talk about these. So these first 4 chords, there's not too much movement actually going on. So let me stop sharing, and let's kind of talk through these a little bit, like in terms of what we're doing and what's happening here. So I'm starting off with an E major triad, and then we said we're going to a C sharp dominant 7. So I'm playing this E major, and then I'm going to a C sharp dominant 7. Both of these are in root. Okay, and now this is the first time that we need to introduce an inversion. And the reason we know that is because looking at the placement of my fingers here, we have the F sharp, which is what we're coming to next, in the middle of this chord. So that tells us right away that we know that it's not a root, because if it was root, we would have to do like this, and we don't want to have to jump like that. So that tells me right away that the inversion that we want has the F sharp in the middle of the chord, and it turns out that this is the F sharp in the middle of the chord. It still has that C sharp in it too. So having the time of your, and then we go to B dominant 7, and I know that a B dominant 7 has these last 2 notes that are the same, F sharp and A. So we just have to add in these chords, these 2 notes, a B and a D sharp. So let me do that again. So those 4. So from here, we're gonna take a look at these next 4 chords that we are playing, which are, let's look at here actually to start, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 over. Oh, actually, hang on. That last chord that I just did, that B dominant 7, as you can see, the B dominant 7 is over a D sharp. That's something that we need to call out. So it's actually B dominant 7. It's actually up here. So it's not this B. The bass needs to have a D sharp in it. So we have to play the bass with the D sharp, and therefore we need to. Dang, how far did I go? Yeah, we need to make a quick update on here to show that this is a B7 in root over. How do I say over D sharp again? What would I type here?
Slash
Mm-hmm.
D and a number symbol.
Excellent.
The
Good.
X, the number symbol.
Good deal. Or as the kids say, a hashtag. Imagine
Hashtag
that. The piano lesson, they'd be like, "Oh, D hashtag." Like, okay, yeah,
D
technically,
hashtag.
I guess that's right. Yeah. So that's the first 4 chords, and then we look at these next 4. So the next chord that we have after this B7 over D sharp is a D major, and we can kind of see. Well, let's do the same thing that we did. It's going to be in root, right? So you're here, ooh, D major in root, and something special. This is from D major to B minor seven. There's a very special situation here, in that the D major going to B minor seven. All we need to do, including with the fingering, is just add one note to the chord to create a B minor seven from a D major. That one note that we need to add is a B. So what we're doing is D major, and then we're in the bass, we're jumping to B, and we're also adding a B up top. So D, see that girl, and then add two B's. Watch that scene. And then, as you can see, that change in chord to E dominant 7 over B is happening in the same measure, which means we're not waiting until the next measure to change chords, because, knowing the song, right? See that girl, and then watch that scene, digging, right? Still in the same measure, the third beat in that measure, or, yeah, the third beat. Or from the third to the fourth, right? The last beat of the measure. And then we add our A, which I recently just kind of doing in this inversion fashion, which we're gonna notate now. I'm doing first inversion of A major, so having the A up top. So let's get these in here. So here, the first chord that we just said was a D major. And we just do that as D, M, A, J in root position. So D that girl, and then it's a B minor 7 in root position again. So we're gonna do B minor 7 in root, so no I's or anything. And then there's an inversion here, and there's a let's see, over B, right? So this is E dominant 7 over B for the last chord. So we're here, and then keeping B in the left, we do this E dominant 7, and this looks like it's in second inversion. So we're gonna say E7. We're gonna say E7 second inversion, and this is over. How do I say over B? What would I type?
Slash B.
Good. Slash B. So E dominant 7 second inversion over B, and then it goes to A. Dig in the, and A is, as we can see from where we're at. Well, it's a small change. It keeps the E is the only note that stays the same, but the other two notes that we're adding are just half steps away from where we are currently at. So that means that we are going to A, and this is in first inversion. So A major, and first inversion. Digging the dancing queen, A major, like that. And what's unique about this song is, okay, so that's like, that's the beginning of the song, and that is the pre-chorus, right? The you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life is all pre-chorus, and then See That Girl starts the chorus, and then there's this other part, right? This other part that we stopped at, which we're going to notate as well. D A and then A. So talk to me. Tell me what your thoughts are about D slash A to A, D slash A to A, D slash A. What does that mean? What's happening there? Like D slash A to A. Like what do you think? What are your thoughts based on what we talked about?
Um, D, you're gonna play it on the lower end,
Uh-huh.
and
Remember,
and
after the slash is with the lower.
and then the A.
So you would play a D major
A D, oh yeah, D major
with the right,
with the right,
and
and the
what with the left?
A
Uh-huh.
with the left.
A with the left for that first part, and then it goes to
A.
keeping A with the left because there's nothing. This is just an A major chord, but it changes in the right hand to an A major, and then so basically your left hand is staying on A, right? Your left hand is staying on A because it's either over A or it's an A chord. It's staying here, but your chords are changing from a D major, which I guess let's see where we end at. We end at this, dig in the here, so we end at this A major, and then we go to from here. We want to go to D over A, D over A. So when you think about the way the actual song goes, like these are just the chords for it. But dig in the dancing queen, didin didin didin, like all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those sounds are meshing with, for lack of a better word, these chords. So if you think about like the rhythm, it would sound kind of like this. It would be like dig in the dancing queen. Well, hang on. Dig in the dancing queen. So kind of like D over A, 3, 4. So it's that type of thing. It's four counts for A, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then Friday nights and the lights are low. Da-na-na-na-na. And then it. So what's unique about this is that it's kind of like it's ending the chorus with these, D to A to D to A, well, D to A to D to A to D, and then it starts the verse with that same pattern. It just kind of like I was just noticing this yesterday. I thought it was just fascinating. It just kind of like keeps that same pattern, and that's what starts the chord progression for the actual verse, which makes it very unique because I don't I haven't seen too much of that type of thing. Usually, chorus ends, verse end, or chorus ends and then it goes into verse, and it's separate type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would say here is, yeah, let's look at these. Let's look at the next few parts here. So we've been doing this inversion of A. So it's kind of like Friday night and the lights are low. Da-na-na. Hang on. No, no, we're on A major, and we're saying A on the bass. So maybe wherever we're gonna be, whether here, maybe we'll be over here. So Friday night and the lights are low. Looking for another place to. Now it goes to F sharp minor, which is what is an F sharp minor? How do we play F sharp minor? You tell me.
Um, F sharp, F sharp minor.
Yep. Good. That's F sharp minor. Okay. So if we're at right now we're at an A, we're at a Friday night and the lights are low to D, 2, 3, then back to A. Looking so this A that I'm at is a first inversion of A still. That's all we've been kind of playing is a first inversion. And so I'm playing a C sharp, E, and an A. And so this changes to an F sharp by just changing the E to F sharp. So it's dun, 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 right? So that. So it goes A, the lights are low to D, to dun, 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 to A, the enough for a place to, then F sharp. Then it goes from here to E major, right? Where they play the right music to A over E. See, this part was a little bit weird to me. It doesn't quite sound like the actual song, but this is it's actually official. I've checked it at a few places, but let's actually continue right from right here, where they play the right music, getting in the swing. You come to look for a king. So this E, I want you to actually tell me this. When it says E, and then A slash E. And actually, let me stop sharing for a sec. I don't know if X is joining, but I should probably. Yeah, okay, we're good. Just want to make sure. You know how you be oversleeping sometimes. You know how you be doing out here. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's keep sharing. Um, and so yeah, so I want you to kind of tell me what your thoughts are about this E to A slash E to E to A slash E.
We're gonna play the E with the left hand
Mm-hmm.
and the A major
Mm-hmm.
with the right hand.
Excellent. Good. That's exactly right. So the first part, we're starting with an E major with an E major, which is a capital E. So it's like where they play the right music, and then it goes to to an A over E. Oh, so it's actually where they play the right music. So it actually happens in the same measure, right? As you can see, the chord is over the word music. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like where they play the right music, get it in the swing. You come to, and then it goes, you come to look for. So it goes up there. Okay, so that's actually why it wasn't sounding as good because I was elongating the chord, like separating them too far. So again, it's like where they play the right music, getting in the swing. You, and it changes right away, right? So between that, the swing and the you come to, that chord change has to happen on from one beat to the next.
Oh, okay.
So, right? So one, two, three. Well, actually, one, two, where they play the right music. Oh no no. Okay, so the first part is it's two counts. So one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, and then it goes right back there. You come to, and then look for king. Bum, 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 and then dun, dun. Okay. Then it's so it does that. It does it twice, right? So again, so where they play the right music. I'm gonna go a little slower. Where they play the right music. Three. Then the fun to sing. Become the dun for dun. So look for king for dun 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 dun. So it does that, right? Dun, dun. It's like look for king, and then bum bum bum, and then it comes to and then it goes and when you. Oh, so it doesn't even do that. Well, let me actually see real quick. So it goes. I thought after this, look for a king is and when you, but no, it's actually anybody could be that guy, and the night is young and the music. And when you, okay, so when you get the chance is what happens later. Okay. All right, so let's stop right there. Let's go back to here and let's kind of put some notations in for I think we left off right at the top of this page, at the top left. So we want to notate this DA thing that's happening. So maybe I'll ask you what you think. Like you see how it goes D slash A, and then
Mm-hmm.
D slash A to A, and then D slash A to A, and then D slash A to A. So maybe, just to keep it simple, we kind of say like it's like a new notation, right? Because I mean, I can type all these chords out, but that's going to take one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight cells when the
Right.
chords are just going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
How many sets of two, right? One, two, three, four times, right? So
Right.
what we can just do is just do a D slash A, like figure out the fingering or the inversions and stuff rather, and then we can just do a D slash A, and then in the next cell we'll just put down, repeat four times, and then that'll get us all the way up to where it changes to F sharp minor. I think that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's try that. So let's see what so we ended with this A major over here at the top, which was in first inversion, and then it goes. root for D and still first inversion. That's all it is. So let's take a look and see how we would put this down here. So after this, it goes, we have had A major, and then it's D slash A, and then A major, right? So this is a D. I wonder, yeah, I think for these we can just do like that, D slash A, just like they do. That's in root. Oh, but wait, hang on. This A major is, we just said, was first inversion, so we need to make sure we write that. So edit. So that's in first inversion, and then it goes to D slash A, and then it goes back. If I can just copy this, maybe not. That's fine. So it goes to A major, and that's in first inversion. So that this pairing, however we, now we have to just be able to say it's just these two. Let's see how we would want to do this. Maybe maybe color it or something,
Yeah.
and like just for now, and maybe I can like look at it later and see like what makes sense. But this is gonna be like that, and it's like repeat twice. Repeat how many times? Four times, right? Repeat 4 times. Maybe
And
that's
then
stated in
put
the
that
same
in red too.
word. Yeah. So that's all saying do that 4 times, and then it goes to, yeah, that's I think that's suitable for sure. So that's happening, and then let's actually come back down here and see
Oh,
again what's
so
happening,
F
because then it's
sharp
like
minor.
F sharp minor to E, and then
Hmm.
A E, and then E, and then A E, and then E. F sharp minor to E, E A E E A E E. Okay. So now it
So
kind of turns into how to, like I'm even thinking about, there's a few different ways to do it. I have to think about like the most logical way because I can type it in the same way. For now, I think let's actually just continue. Like I'm not even overly worried. Like I can take my own time afterwards to like clean it up if need be. For now, it's kind of just getting the chords there so that it's clear enough for us to be able to see.
mhm.
I think that other thing that we just did was
So
good with
you
them.
can do that, the E and the A over E,
Yep,
E A over E. So you can do that. Type in the E and the E over E, and then color and then say repeat twice.
twice, and then add the next E as a separate thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if we want to do that, E and then F sharp minor twice, because it looks like that happens twice, and then it changes something else. And then I think the song kind of repeats from that point. So let's try that, but let's actually make sure we know what fingering is actually happening here. So we're back at A major first inversion. Let's actually come right back to, let's see, A, and then Friday night and the lights are low. Okay, so from here is we just change to second inversion. So let's do that. Let's do F sharp minor second inversion. So we'll write that in F sharp minor second inversion. F sharp minor second inversion. So we're here, down here. 1, 2, looking for, hang on. And then so from here, 2, 3, then we go back to root. I would say root, but we can actually do two different things here. So we're here, root could work, or can something else work? Let's see. E major is that. I think that's fine. I just want to see how it sounds if we do. No, I don't like that. That changes everything up. Yeah, it gotta stay. It has to be root. So we'll do E. So when they play the right, the same thing. This to first inversion. So root of this to first, root of E major to first inversion of A major, kind of like we were doing before. So root of E. So here we do like E major to first inversion of A major over, oh, we're just doing A over, or like this, A,
A slash.
yeah, and I think we'll do the first inversion like that, like A first inversion over E, right? Slash E.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're typing. I don't know if we want to be consistent and type.
Then we're just gonna type
You
where is
know,
it? The A.
advantage. Yes,
Huh.
it was like that, like what you said, but two times. But I think I
Mm-hmm.
just lost that. So let me just type that back in. So I guess A major, I think is how we're typing it. First inversion over E, and then that whole thing is happening.
So put
Uh,
that in red, I guess.
right.
Oh,
There we go. So that, and then this is happening.
repeat
Repeat
twice.
twice. Repeat two times. Two times. Okay. And then that's in red too, so that we know that that's what we're talking about. Weird that it doesn't let you just stay on red. See, you have to keep going off. All right, repeat two times. Cool. And then we're back at E to F. So let's, before we type those in, let's see what those look like. So we'll come back from where they play the right music, getting in the swing, you come to, and then, so there. So it's back to E major and then
And
E
F
major and
minor.
then second inversion, E major root to second inversion of F sharp minor, and that happens twice as well. So maybe we'll put those in, and then we'll do the next one. Let's see. Should we space after or no?
No.
No. E major, um, root, and then to F sharp minor, and that's second inversion. Yep, and then that repeats twice. Nope, yes,
Mm-hmm.
repeat twice.
It
Actually,
does.
does it or no? Let's see.
I don't think so.
So it does, but there's no one singing the second time. It's like you come to look
You.
for king, bum bum bum.
Mm,
So the chords will play, the one time when someone's singing, and then when, like, that second time that it happens, there's no singing, but it does happen in the song. See it on the bottom right?
mm-hmm.
So anybody can, I don't know. I should let me just think. Oh, where they play the right music, getting in the swing. Yeah, okay, you can look for King. Bum bum bum. Then it's anybody could be that guy. Da-na-na-na. So A to D slash A is the same thing that happened earlier. Night is young and the music. So this is basically the second verse, right? So now we kind
Mm-hmm.
of don't need the same thing because this, as you can
It
see, the
repeats
number
the
one,
same.
it
Mm-hmm.
repeats the same thing. Yep. And then, yeah, um, night is young and the music's high with the bit of rock and roll music, with the bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for dance. Bum bum bum. And when you, so that B minor seven is the last thing that we need to do because it goes to Dancing Queen right after that.
Mm-hmm.
And when, but does a B minor seven? Yeah, of course it comes up. Comes up over here at the beginning of the song. Right here. Watch. So right there, B minor seven to what does it go to? B minor 7 to the E dominant 7. Yeah, that's all. Okay, cool. So let's just add these last few and then we're done with this song. We got that. Well, no, we don't have to add them because we're done already.
Yeah, so all you have to do on the sheet is put uh when we get to what is that, the B uh dominant 7.
Uh-huh. Wait, which one is that?
Okay, what is it, the B7, B dominant 7? Was that B dominant 7?
Let me look. Let me see if I can hang on one second. Let me see if I can highlight these, how this works. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Boom, red. I'm gonna change these colors to like slightly different just because to show us a different set that's repeating. Okay, so you were saying that so that gets us to the bottom of this page. Then it's the new verse again, which which is we won't put because we put that already.
So
Um,
we can put, so on here, so then the next slot over, just put
mhm.
repeat, uh
Repeat
what,
from A. Repeat, well,
yeah,
repeat verse
repeat,
kind of thing.
repeat verse, or repeat, okay, okay, like go back to your scale and go all
Whoops.
the way over.
Cancel. Oof. To here,
Uh-uh.
or oh no, to
No,
here.
no, to the grid, yeah.
Gotcha.
Now,
Yes, I want to get rid of that. Okay. Mm-hmm.
okay, now go all the way over. So it starts. So what is it? Abba.
Oh,
So do
color
we
code.
start right here at the? Does it start at the E major
So you're
again?
saying yeah, yeah. So
Starts
the
from the
song
beginning, right?
starts, yeah, it starts with the actual singing from that E major, when in reality, and I probably will update this, that this section up top that doesn't have any chords, this whole section right here, dun, 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 all that is just going, it's just this section right here, D slash
Uh,
A to A, D slash, so I may
so
even consider putting that in, but go ahead, what you got?
so instead of, because it starts at the A, right? That's the next after the dominant 7, right? After,
So the
no.
A is where the
Uh,
first verse starts.
okay, so
Uh-huh.
go to the dominant 7.
In the Google sheet.
Yes.
Okay. Dominance. Okay, okay.
No,
Dominant
on the
seven
music sheet, on the music sheet.
over here. Dominant
Yeah,
seven.
because that's what we go
Which
to next, right?
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Well, we go to the next from the F sharp minor.
Okay, we go. So we already got F sharp minor on there already
Yep,
on the
because we
sheet.
repeat that twice.
Okay, and then where do we go to after that?
So after that we would go to A, which is this A major right here. I'm sorry, right here above the one, which on our sheet
Oh, so on
would
the
be
sheet that would be,
this one here.
yeah. So this
Wait, I'm sorry. Hang on. Where is
A,
that? A major to D. Wait. Which one is that? One second.
it's that one, A major. So
The
you didn't
D over
highlight
A.
that one.
That is this section up top here. But
Hmm.
but there also needs to be. Oh, okay. So okay. I see what I did. So yes, it repeats the A D A D A D, and we included that repeat in the start of the verse. We
Hmm.
didn't like designate where the verse starts because the verse starts in between here, like in this set of reds. The
Hmm.
verse, it doesn't start at K, it starts like in between there, right? Because
Hmm.
because this is saying go D slash A to A 4 times, and
But
this is
actually,
saying
it's A
yeah,
D.
It,
Yeah.
it's right the way it's written, but it's just that it doesn't help. It doesn't have like a separation between the end of the chorus and the start of the verse, which we may want to call out so that we can say, "Oh, start back from here." Like the way I'm thinking about this is like maybe, and I'm gonna stop sharing here just so we can kind of get ready to wrap up. But maybe this might be something where, not maybe, I mean maybe even like definitely,
like like
there's
start back from 11J or something like that, you know?
correct. Or even, I mean, just essentially having like something color coded to show like this is the chorus and this is the verse and this is the chorus, right? And then we say repeat from chorus or repeat from verse or whatever, like it
Hmm.
just knows, oh, I'm going right back to this spot. So I think what that means, instead of doing the color code that we just did, I think that we want to like basically not even worry about the fact that we would have the same chord written multiple times. Like forget the repeat thing and just
Right.
do it out the way that we wanted to, and then we could show this color. This is the intro. This is the pre-chorus. This is the chorus. This is the verse. That's what I'm going to spend some time doing tomorrow. I think that makes the most sense. Because the
Mm-hmm.
only reason I try to bypass it a little bit with this is because this is one of those rare songs where there's just a lot of chords in it. Like most other songs that we learn are going to have like four or
Mm-hmm.
maybe six chords or maybe eight or whatever, but most are going to have a lot less. So this is like a unique one that's just going to be like a lot longer, just because of the complexity of the song, which is what makes it my favorite song of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People are like, really? I'm like, yes. Okay, moving on. Yeah. You don't have to ask no follow-up questions.
He says, my favorite song of all time.
That's it. That's it. That's it. But yes, this was great. Let me know in the week during the week if you have any questions. Great stuff today, and I'm going to spend some time, like I said, updating that. But I think it's just good talking it out, with you guys. Like, what makes sense for you? Like, when you're looking at this, what's going to
Mm-hmm.
be helpful for you to be able to utilize it, right? The same way that I plan to utilize it. This sheet. So,
Right.
yeah, great stuff. Look forward to seeing you next week. Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Right.